Yes, welcome to Electric Circuits Lab. In today's class, we are going to see mesh analysis. Okay, in this circuit diagram, there are two meshes are available. You are asked to find the mesh currents. So, since I have two meshes, I have introduced two ammeters in the circuit diagram. Then resistor values and input voltages are given in the question. We need to make the circuit diagram as given. Then we need to take only these two mesh currents values. So the tabulation is very simple. I need to give the input voltage V1 as 24 volt, V2 as 12 volt. Then simply I need to take I1 and I2 readings. How we can do it? Yes, come back to the simulation platform. There we will see how to make the same circuit diagram. So you know very well, the very first step, you need to click circuits followed by create new circuit. Click create new circuit. Then you will get the fresh workspace. There you need to start do your uh, experiment. So please give your register number as a file name. Then as usual, click the component menu drop down box. There you will find all option. Click that one. Then it will expand your component list. Okay. First, what we need in every experiment, we need resistor by default. Okay, we will take the resistor first. Then scroll down the component menu option. There you will find breadboard. Yes, it's the breadboard. I'm going to select the breadboard as a second component. Then what else we need? We need one power supply unit. Then one multimeter. That's all. Then again, you refer your circuit diagram. As usual, let me keep the circuit diagram sidewise. Therefore, we can refer the circuit diagram and we can give the connection. Okay. What are all the total components I require? Two power supply I need, two ammeters and three resistors. Okay. So let me take the necessary component first. Three resistors. As usual, I am going to make Control C, Control V. Control C, Control V. Three resistors we got it. Then only two ammeters I need. So Control C, Control V. First ammeter, I'm going to select as the ammeter. By default, it will be a voltmeter. We have to change the voltmeter into an ammeter. That's all. Then let me change the resistor values also. R1 should be 220 ohm. 220 ohm. Then R2 value 1 kilo ohm. By default is 1 kilo ohm. So we no need to change. What is R3? R3 is 2.2 kilo ohm. 2.2 kilo ohm. That's all. I think now we can start do the connections step by step. Okay, what is the first procedure we will do? We will start power the breadboard first. Take the positive wire and connect it to the positive rail of your breadboard. Give the color as a red color. Yes, that's all. Then negative terminal of the battery's power supply unit to the breadboard. Power it and change the color into black. That's all. Then take R1 resistor and connect it to the positive terminal of our power source. Okay. Rotate the resistor. How to rotate? Here you will find one icon, the rotate icon. If you click, select the component and click the rotate icon. It will rotate. Okay. Bring the first resistor to the breadboard. Then immediately connect the first resistor one end into the positive terminal of the power supply. So here we have a positive power supply. Take and connect it to the one end of the R1 resistor. Then other end of the R1 resistor need to connect it to the positive terminal of the first ammeter. Okay. What I am going to do, I am going to drag the first ammeter. Then the other end of the resistor, I am going to connect it to the positive terminal of my ammeter. That's all. Then the negative terminal of the ammeter need to connect to the one end of the R3 resistor as well as the positive terminal of the second ammeter. Okay. Now I'm going to move the second ammeter also to the workspace. Then R3 resistor. Bring the R3 resistor here. Yes. Now I need to connect the negative terminal of the ammeter to the one end of the R3 resistor. First we will make that connection. Yes. Now I have connected the negative terminal of the first ammeter into what? One end of the R3 resistor. Isn't it? Then in the same node, I need to connect my positive terminal of the second ammeter. That's all. Positive terminal of the second ammeter. We will do one thing. We will finish this first mesh. First, we will finish this first mesh connection. To finish the first mesh connection, I need to connect the another end of the R3 resistor to the negative terminal of the power source. How to make the connection? See, this is the other end of the R3 resistor. I am going to connect it to the negative terminal of the power supply. That's all. Then second mesh. Go to second mesh. The second mesh starts with the second ammeter positive terminal that already we have connected. The left connections are from the negative terminal. I need to connect it to the R2 resistor. Take the R2 resistor, rotate it, click the R2 resistor and rotate the R2 resistor required orientation. Then bring it to the breadboard. Is it clear to everyone? Yes. Now what I need to do, I need one more power supply also. Simply I am going to select the power supply, Control C and Control V. I will get the second power supply. Okay. Now please refer the circuit diagram. The negative terminal of the ammeter, I need to connect it to the first end of my R2 resistor. So the negative terminal of the second ammeter, now I am going to connect it to the first end of the R2 resistor. Okay. Then other end of the R2 resistor need to be connected to the positive terminal of the second power supply. Okay. Now what I am going to do, I am going to take the other end of the R2 resistor to the positive terminal of the second power supply unit. Okay. Then the negative terminal of the second power supply unit, I need to connect it to the negative terminal of the first power supply unit as well as the R3 resistor. Already we have connected the negative terminal of the first power supply with the R3 resistor. Only this connection is pending. Let me make this also. Only one wire. That's all. With this, all the connections over. Now what we need to do, we need to start simulate. Click start simulate. Then go to power supply values. V1 value must be 24 volt. Select the first power supply unit and give the input voltage as 24 volt. Then go and check the next power supply. This is how much? 12 volt. Select the second power supply unit and give the input voltages plus 12 volt. That's all. Now what we need to do, you need to note down the two ammeter readings. That's all. Come back to your tabulation. There what I need to do, I need to capture the readings. What is the first ammeter reading? It is 22.3. Okay. Then what about the second ammeter reading? It is 3.22. That's all. It's very simple. Let me repeat the procedure once again. You take down the circuit diagram and give the connections as per the circuit diagram and simulate in the Tinkercad platform, and then finally note down the readings in the tabulation. That's all. Thank you very much. If you have any doubt regarding this experiment, please contact.